Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RDA. It's TripleM back with another video here today. We'll be talking about Fosu-Mensah leaving the club as well as Diallo coming in the official transfer. We've seen him in the kit, we've seen him in the training kit. Now we want to see him out on the field playing for the first team. We haven't seen any training videos yet, but we have seen him unveiled in the Manchester United kit, which is always great to see. So we'll be talking a bit about that, giving my thoughts, and then the dead link to Sergio Ramos at the end of the video. I'll touch on that, but let's go. Let's talk about Fosu-Mensah potentially leaving. First of all, I think him going to Leverkusen is a great career move for him. I do think we could be getting more money for him because if I'm not mistaken, the rumored fee is around 1.5 million euros or pounds, whichever one it is. And that's disappointing to me. That's very, very disappointing to me. I feel like we could have got more money out of this deal. But hey, at least he's finally moving on. And from the point of view of Timothy Fosu-Mensah as a footballer and as a useful commodity for Manchester United, when I look at him, I don't really know where he fits in because I suppose the dream of him becoming the next Michael Essien, the next John Obi Mikel, the next Patrick Vieira, the next N'Golo Kante, it's over. It's done. It's never going to happen now because, you know, all the football manager and FIFA merchants told us that he was the next big thing. You know, he could play, slot him in at CDM, and I tell you what, he will be the best thing since sliced bread. Wasn't meant to be. Although I will say this, I am disappointed to see Fosu-Mensah go because he's a player that I quite like at Manchester United. I thought he could have been a useful squad player, and I thought he was one of those players, those very rare players in the modern game that are happy to hang around the club and be a fringe member of the team and accept whether it's a pay cut or a cut in the amount of time they play, but still do a job when they need to. Because every time I watch Fosu-Mensah play, I won't say he's been the most amazing player. I won't say he's dazzled the world with his performances. I won't say he's hit the world by storm. I will say that he hasn't been lazy. He's put in a lot of effort and he's been very reliable. Now, I didn't watch his loan spell at Crystal Palace and I didn't watch his loan spell to the Championship. And I won't claim to know loads about what makes Timothy Fosu-Mensah a great player. But I've seen him play at right back and I've seen him play at centre back. And in both games, funnily enough, one of them was against Crystal Palace last season when football had just come back and Manchester United were chasing third. He did a magnificent job in my opinion. He was very tidy. He was very sturdy. Defensively, he was very solid. Going forward, awful. God awful. Going forward, God awful. But Luke Shaw's awful going forward as well. So, you know, for me, Timothy Fosu-Mensah could have been that squad player. But if he moves on, it's not a huge loss for Manchester United. We'll get another young Timothy Fosu-Mensah coming to the academy very, very soon. I think Ethan Led is going to be like him, to be honest with you. I'm just being honest. I think Ethan Led reminds me a lot of Fosu-Mensah. He's that player that everybody's hyping up to be the next frickin' Sol Campbell, but I don't think he's going to come here and actually play the time, get the time, and get the opportunity, considering where we are right now. We're top of the league. Now's not the time to be giving youth players a run in the team and penciling them in, you know. But anyways, moving on. Enough about Fosu-Mensah. Diallo. What do I think of Diallo coming in, man? Honestly, I just want to see him play for the first team. I just want to see him start. I just want to see him come off the bench already. You know, I want to see how good Diallo really, really is in a game of football against the Liverpool, against the Manchester City, against the Chelsea. Heck, I would even take him against the Watford fam. You know them right there. If we can get through this next round against Liverpool in the FA Cup and we get an easier fixture or an easier draw in the next game, I want to see Diallo start. I want to see him get a run of games. I want to see him play in the Europa League. I really, really fancy and relish the opportunity to watch yet another young player at Old Trafford. And I just wonder how close he is to the first team. I wonder how soon he'll be training with the first team and how soon he will get his opportunity. Because when I look at the situation with Donny van de Beek, it's tough at Manchester United. It's tough. You got Mata, you got McTominay, you got Fred, you got Pogba, you got Matic, you got Bruno, you got Donny van de Beek, you've got Juan Mata, you've got Lingard. And I mean, Pereira's out on loan and he's not coming back anytime soon, but that's 9 players. And yes, Diallo's not a midfielder, not really. But since we play a 4-2-3-1, technically, even if he played on the wing, he'd still be a right-sided midfielder or a left-sided midfield, technically speaking. So I don't see where he gets into this team, but I want to see him feature. And even if it's not as a starter, I want to see him off the bench. That's all I'll say about Amad Diallo. We've seen the training pictures of him. I mean, well, not the training pictures, sorry, the unveiling pictures of him in the kit and in the training kit. And he looks good. He looks good. He looks like he's at home. So, you know, I can't wait for this guy to play, to actually kick a ball for United. But moving on, Sergio Ramos, to end off the video. Sergio Ramos, what a dead transfer link, fam. You'd think that, you know, we've grown up by now. You know, you'd think that the media and some of these blue tick journalists have grown up by now. You know, you think they've woken up and they smelled the coffee, but no. I guess the media nowadays is just about selling tabloids. It's always been about selling tabloids because, again, we're being linked to Sergio Ramos. Again, we're being told we're genuinely in the race for Ramos. Again, you know, all of these Manchester Evening News, the Daily Mail, coming out with these Sergio Ramos articles, and I don't think they're real. And I don't think I don't see a world where anyone gets excited for this. Now, Sergio Ramos is one of my favorite centre-backs of all time. But even if these links were true, he's way too old. He's way too old. Yes, he's going to come in and do a job, but are we really, really going to go back to signing 30-year-olds? Is that really what we want? Are we really going to hop on this? We're in a title race bandwagon now. Let's get a 37-year-old to come play next to Harry Maguire. Would he really even come to Manchester United and get captained by Harry Maguire? I don't see it, fam. I don't see it. There's no ways. If we did sign Ramos, I'd be gassed. I'd be gassed because he's one of my favorite defenders of all time. But pragmatically speaking, if I remove my personal feelings from it and I think about it pragmatically and objectively, this signing don't make no sense, blood. This signing don't make no sense, blood. You're better off signing someone like Koulibaly or David Alaba, for that matter, to be completely honest. To be honest with you, we should have got Ruben Diaz, but he went to Manchester City. We should have got Gabriel Magalhaes, but he went to Arsenal. It's sad. It's peak. We should have got Nathan Ake, but he went to Manchester City. We should be getting Bediashile, but he's stuck at Monaco, and he'll probably end up going to another big club after a few seasons, and we'll miss out on that as well. So I don't see Manchester United signing anyone, but I do think it's massively important to this title race that we're supposedly in, but also to bear in mind the future and the long-term longevity of whatever the signing is that we make, man. Like, it would be nice to make a signing. It doesn't even look like we'll get Caicedo at this rate. Seems like we've dropped out of that race as well. What a disgrace if Caicedo went to Brighton. It would be, in my opinion, because the money is there. The deal is there to be done, but it's not going to get done. I can guarantee you it's not going to get done with this board, and we'll be sat here on deadline day wondering why the hell we didn't sign anyone. But anyways, it's been your boy TripleM. I'm not going to keep you here for long. We're top of the league, so none of that negative energy, you know. Let's just enjoy it while it's here. And yeah, peace out.